Right, folks, I've got a new camera and I'm just trying this out on Blue Van Man 2.0. So just bear with while I get used to all this kind of new technology thing. And what I want to do with this new camera, I just want to have a quick chat about a few things that have happened in football over the weekend. Today is the Sunday, it's the 28th of April. It's the day after my ginger child's birthday. It's 20 to 4. I've just been cooking a Mexican, we're going to eat that in a bit. I like to cook a Mexican and then I leave it and let the flavours kick into the meat. So, there you go. So what I want to have a quick chat about today is a few things as such. One is Bolton Wanderers going on strike. And I can't believe, right, there's got to be something put in place that stops the FA and the Football League should be able to step in and take clubs over. The way Bolton has been run is absolutely unbelievable. I bet the Bolton fans are now kicking themselves for wanting Big Fat Sam out, because I don't think if Big Fat Sam was still there, this would have happened. It's quite amazing. It's like these clubs like Charlton when they got rid of Kirbishley. They force them out. They seem to think these clubs are better than what they are. Now, yes, Leicester won the Premier League. For some reason, the stars all lined up and the planets all lined up, and something happened that season, and it was totally amazing. And it has given clubs, the smaller clubs, the chance to dream. I think Leicester actually gave the clubs the belief in themselves to take on the big boys and do all that. But what I'm saying is, Leicester were one of the clubs. Leicester went bust. They really screwed up. They got promoted into the Premier League. They bought Akinbadbai for stupid amounts of money and other players and paid them stupid wages, thinking they could compete, and they couldn't. They couldn't compete. So my point is that Bolton or something like, there were £200 million in debt. I honestly don't understand how a club can get to that debt without having the finance to repay it. And something should be done by the league and the FA, the Football League and the FA, that something should be done where they can take over. Now, Bolton have gone on strike, and in one way, fair play to the players, because they've not gone on strike for themselves. I wouldn't have thought Bolton pay massive wages. But it's not just about the players' wages, it's about the ground staff, it's about the background staff, the backroom staff, the tea lady, the one who washes the kit, the one who mends the kit, the one who paints the lines on the pitch, the one who mows the lawn, mows the pitch, the one who tidies the bloody stadiums up, the ones who do the stewarding. You know, the ones outside the ground who, on a wet bloody February night, are selling programmes. It's those players, it's those people that the players have gone on strike for. And rightly so. You know, a team like Bolton, it's a community, isn't it? And the football club is like a heart of the community. And it's pretty much the same down Leicester. You know, Leicester are a community-driven team. Yes, we've got a massive owners, and Top is I think he's something like the 8th richest owner in the Football League or the Premier League. So it's quite amazing, you know, but Leicester still seem to be trying to live within a budget. You can't just keep throwing money at stuff and employing players and paying them stupid amounts of money. And yeah, I think Leicester are going to be paying a little bit higher now. I mean, you know, fuck me, they were champions of England, and they had a massive run in the European Cup, the Champions League. So yeah, and Leicester have still got the a bit of pulling power for players, not the big players, but you know they can still hopefully attract good players. So what I'm basically saying is the FA should be able to step into these clubs and take over, and then the FA should, in fact, I think personally, pay the players' wages and the staff wages, and then bill this to Bolton, and then get the money back off Bolton, because the ones who are going to get hurt now, right? what will happen is Bolton will probably get points deducted. They're already relegated anyway. It don't matter. In one way, it would be ideal if they took the points off Bolton now, so next year they could start afresh. Well, that's not fair on the other clubs in Division 1. So they need to be punished. But the thing is, they're actually punishing the players. They're punishing the background staff, the backroom staff and all that. And that's unfair. They're punishing the fans. They're punishing all the ones that rely on Bolton, who, you know, have got Bolton in the DNA. So that is completely wrong because what will happen is that the people that actually own Bolton, nothing will really happen to them. They'll probably say, right, you're not allowed to own a football club, or you know, that kind of shit. So that'll be taken away. So something needs to be done about these people coming in and buying up football clubs and then not really having anything to do with the football club. Leicester are a completely different story. The blokes have come in and I'm not going to say the names because I can't say them. But Vici and Top, they've come in and they've changed Leicester and they've taken Leicester to the heart. And the fans can see that, so that's why Leicester love their chairman and their ex-beloved chairman, the one that died in the crash. That's why we love them, because they've actually put the club at heart. They do things like pie and a pint. Now that's not a lot, but a football fan will take that. They've done things where you get a beanie hat, and that's what they've done. And they've actually putting something into the club, and the supporters appreciate that, and they know what's up. And then it's just things like that. They've paid for trips away or something, and it's brilliant. But you people like the ones that are coming in now. I mean, Mike Ashley's a prime example. He's coming to Newcastle, and the amount of money he's got, he could do better with Newcastle. But he just doesn't seem to do it. He just seems to like treat it as a hobby. He seems to think of it as a money-making thing because of the Premier League being so rich. And this is what a lot of these teams are doing. They're coming in. I mean, it's like Norwich, they'll go up. But Delia Smith, God bless her, omelettes, she will try and do it properly. And if they go down, they go down. Obviously, she don't want to go down, but she'll run the places properly. She'll run it, you know, the wages will be kept in line and stuff like that. And that's what a lot of these companies do. But there again, you look at Man United and they are in millions of pounds of debt because the Glaziers have come in and just basically put all the debt into Man United. They've taken the debt and put it into Manchester United. And you shouldn't be allowed to do this. You should be allowed to, you should run, it doesn't matter how much Man United are making, it doesn't matter how many millions of pounds they're making, they're still in debt because they're paying Glazier's debts off, and it shouldn't be allowed. So, yeah, that's what I think of that. These clubs should be, the FA should be stepping in and taking some kind of control over the club and paying the players' wages and then billing it to the actual, because let's face it, the FA ain't short, are they? The FA is not short and the Football League are not short of money. When all's said and done, it happens. My other point is, I've watched the second half of Leicester v Arsenal, and I am a Leicester fan. But back in the day when Leicester were down in the doldrums and stuff, I liked Arsenal. I had a bet on Arsenal with a mate of mine that Arsenal would win the league against Liverpool that time, and they did. So I do like Arsenal. I like the way the other thing was that I like Ian Wright. I think Ian Wright is. I don't believe it. The battery's going. Just 1 second. Let me try and plug this battery in. Will it work? I don't believe it. Absolutely unbelievable. The battery's going. So, I like Ian Wright, and I think he's absolutely brilliant, and that's why I like Arsenal. But I've actually watched the Arsenal-Leicester game today, Leicester-Arsenal game, and I thought Arsenal are absolutely woeful. They've got no fight, they've got no idea, they've got no... They're up there. I don't know how they're actually up that high in the league. They just seem pathetic. If people like Vieira and them were playing nowadays, and they're going down so easy and nobody's getting stuck in and it's all that, they just look absolutely terrible. So I was actually embarrassed for Arsenal today. I don't know what the fans think, I honestly don't know, but for Leicester to trounce them 3-0, you know, they just, all Arsenal seem to do is just dive, moan about a challenge, moan about a decision, moan about this, moan about that. Get fucking stuck in, put your foot in there, get the ball won and go and play and create, but they just didn't want to do it. That's it. If this video stops, I do apologise, but I'm just trying to work stuff out on it. And the next other thing is, I've actually watched I've just seen the goal, the decisions between Leeds and Villa. And that's another thing I just can't work out. What's happened there? You played to the whistle. Yes, a player's gone down. You don't know whether he's faking injury. You don't know whether what. It's not a head injury. And what have they done there? Why have they stopped? Why have Leeds carried on playing? I don't understand it. The Leeds should carry on playing. They've not played to the whistle. It wasn't a foul. It didn't look like a foul. If the referee thought it was a foul, it would have blown up and that would have been it. But I can't honestly understand why Leeds let Villa score. I mean, Leeds aren't going to go up through the automatic playing thing. Villa are there as well. So what's it matter? I don't know, how would it work out? Would it work out if Leeds and Villa play? If Villa finish second, fourth, they might not have to play Leeds. Leeds will have to play Derby or something. I don't know. It just seems that just play to the whistle. That's all it is. I can tell you now, if the local team where I used to support and follow, I know it's only local football, it's kind of village football, Leicestershire Senior League as it was then. You play to the whistle, you don't go kicking the ball out. And I don't understand why Leeds did this now. They're the rules. They're the rules. You play to the whistle. It wasn't a foul. He's lying there. Any player can start going down, rolling about, saying I'm injured, and you kick it out. You break up the play, you disrupt play. You don't need to do it. Play to the whistle, and that's it. So why did Leeds let Villa have a free shot? I don't understand it. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is going to cause trouble. I can't see it happening if it was Villa Birmingham. That wouldn't have happened. And that's it really. It's just play to the whistle. The referee's there for a reason. The player was not knocked out. He was rolling around. I don't even know if he got straight back up. I've only seen it on a highlight from Sky. So there's no need for it. Play to the whistle. The man in the middle is... The official is the one who stops play and he starts play. He gives the decisions. It's not players on the pitch waving, kick the ball out or anything like that. It's quite simple. You play to the whistle. You play to the rules of the game. It wasn't a head injury. It wasn't that. Why do it? Why actually stop the game for that? And then why let Villa score? I can't see the point in it. Absolutely can't see the point in it. So, like I say, folks, this is the first time I've used this new camera. And hopefully I can get it to be uploaded and all that. Hopefully the lighting's better than when I use my tablet and my phone. I've not got no lights on here, so if it is a bit dark I do apologise. I'm just trying all new stuff out. All this technology is completely new to me. About 10, 15, 20 years ago I used to know what was happening. I haven't got a fucking clue now. I don't even know what's cracking off or what, but I've got this new camera, Canon SX 60HS, and hopefully I can get it sorted and work it out. Alright folks, I'm going to leave that there. How do you stop it recording? I think I have to put my hand around the back and press that. Alright folks, later.